Hi, my name is Nikos Nikolou. I'm the CEO of UNICAF. UNICAF is part of the edX group. We're based in Europe, in Cyprus actually. And we come from a ground-based operation. We have the University of Nicosia Inter-College Global Training, the St. George Medical School. And even though we come primarily from a ground-based operation, UNICAF is basically an online operation. We are backed by University Ventures here in the US and CDC Group in the UK, which is the development agency of the UK government. So I want to talk to you about our online operation, which is UNICAF, and is primarily targeting Africa. We'll talk a little bit about that later. So we started in 2012 as a very small operation with only 10 employees and only 80 students. We have grown to almost 10,000 students and close to 400 employees. And we have now 25 plus different programs that we offer in sub-Saharan Africa. So this is a slide about the programs we offer, the partners that we have. We have two types of programs that are offered through our own institutions and programs that are through partnerships. We have a partnership with the University of South Wales in the UK, which is the third largest in the UK. And we have our own university, UNICAF University, which is based in Africa. And we have the University of Nicosia, which is our European partner, and is part of our group. This slide is to demonstrate our recent efforts to go into blended learning. Just because our fully online programs are attractive mainly to postgraduate students, we now have the ability through our on-ground facilities to offer blended learning and tap into the undergraduate market in Africa. So we have established branches in Mauritius, Zambia, Malawi, and Ghana, and we have plans to add an additional 4 ground operations. In Zambia and Malawi, we also have a university license, which is locally accredited, and we are planning to get additional accreditations in the other countries. So in some of these countries, we offer just online programs. In some of these countries, we also have blended learning using our local facilities. This is a slide just to describe a little bit how big the African market is. I don't know how familiar you are with Africa. It's a billion-plus market. About 50% of the population are under the age of 19. We typically say that they need to start building 10 universities every week for the next 10, 12 years in order to meet the capacity. Just to give you an illustration of how big the problem is, in Nigeria, they have 1.7 million graduates every year from high schools. They have places for about 500,000, so 1.2 million graduates every year. They have nowhere to go. About 500,000 of those, they go to other African countries to study, and the rest are just looking for anything. So it's a big opportunity, especially if you take into consideration the internet penetration that is supposed to be increasing very rapidly in the next couple of years. So a lot more people will have access to online programs. So this is the slide about our model. We basically do everything. We do the lead generation. We have our own marketing team. We do the processing of applications. We generate about 150,000 leads every month. So we have call centers all over Africa and in Europe. We do the teaching, we handle the finances, and we have our own software that we developed in-house to manage all this. This is about our reach. We have maybe it's higher now, 1.8 million Facebook likes. Our website visits about 2 million, and we generate about 150,000 leads per month. The lead generation is controlled by how many people we actually have to process the leads. We could generate maybe in double the number, but we are limited by the number of student advisors we have in our call centers. This is a slide that shows the distribution by country of our students. Obviously, most of the students come from Nigeria. because it's the largest African country. As we increase our on-ground operations, I think this distribution will change because we're going to have more students from countries where we're going to have on-ground operations. This is a slide showing the increase in number of students. We plan to reach 60,000 by 2021. This is a very pessimistic scenario if you look at the available market, but we're basing it on the current performance. This shows how we handle the ground operations. Basically, we have 3 types of operations on ground. We have call centers, we have learning centers, which are just offering student support services, and we have branch campuses, which are not a full-blown campus like you would see here in the US, but they are designed to handle blended learning students. So a typical size would be about 3,000 square meters, something like that. This is our objectives for 2021, is to have additional partners, to get more university license, to have more programs, and to increase the number of students to 60,000. In terms of revenues, we plan to have approximately 100 million in revenues by 2021. This is a slide showing the employment. About 93% of our students have benefited from UNICAF, and they have been employed. And this is it. Thank you very much.